Hey YouTube, welcome back to the channel. Hey, in my last video, and I know it's been a few weeks, I mentioned the situation that I'd run into at a store, and I happened to tell you guys that, if you've been following this series that I've been putting together, it's just kind of lessons that I've learned becoming, along the way of becoming a firearm owner and training with it. I mentioned to you that you might start to find that if people find out that you own a firearm, they start to treat you differently. And I found that to be the case, not from everybody, but it does happen. So this video is actually a situation that I was in yesterday. So socially, I met this person and started talking, and the subject of beliefs and politics came up, and I try to dodge as much of that as possible because I'm not a big political person. But then the subject of gun control was brought up, and I got it out of the way up front and say, hey, look, I do happen to own, I am a firearm owner, and I do support the Second Amendment and the right to bear arms, but I don't consider myself to be on, I guess what some people would say, the radical part about it. And the conversation just immediately flipped the tone of the conversation. So it came out to this person who was extremely on the liberal end of it, extremely anti-gun. She does work in education. And I got a barrage of that all gun owners are horrible people and all they're intent on is hurting people. There's no reason, unless we're avid hunters, we should own guns. It's just ridiculous that we want to stockpile all these high-powered weapons. She's like, do you feel like a big man in your house with all these guns? And first off, I own a gun, which she didn't know that. And it's kept in a safe when I'm not using it. But this is some of the things you might run into, and, it's in casual conversation socially. Because I told somebody that I owned a firearm, all of a sudden I'm a monster. And she went on to say that I'm the type of person that she feels she has to protect the kids from in the schools that she works at when they're doing red flag drills because people are just intent on mass murder and everything. And that stuff does happen. But I tell you what, I really wish a lot of these, whether you're pro-gun or anti-gun, research a little bit before you spout off to people about it. So this person started spouting off statistics, which to an extent were true, that it's horrible. More people are killed by guns in America than automobiles. So I kind of took issue with that because, and I looked up the stats. 2019 is not over, so I looked up to 2018 according to the CDC. And so gun deaths in the United States totaled 39,773. Automobile deaths were 38,659. So if you just look at blind statements and spout that, and those are horrible numbers, no matter what, whether it's cars or guns. Just let's get that out there. But if you're going to tell people like that, do a little more research, because according to the CDC website, of the gun deaths in there, 23,854 of those were from suicides, not violent crimes. And that's a horrible number too. So over 23,000 people ended their lives with a firearm. That doesn't make gun owners evil monsters. I would venture to guess that the majority of those people who took their lives that way would have found another way to do it had they not had access to a gun. So while it's horrible, research what you're saying, because that truly means that, and this is a bad number too. That means there was 15,919 deaths by gun. That's homicides and that sort of thing and crimes. That's terrible, and we need to find a way to fix that. But just because you're going to own a gun doesn't make you a monster. This woman literally told me that I'm part of a group of monsters whose sole intent by owning a gun is to harm people and stockpile high-powered weapons. and she feels that now I'm one of the people that she has to protect children against. I'm like, yeah, you really don't know me at all, and you don't know most of the people that own firearms. Uh, so, in fact, I bought. You guys know that I bought mine to protect my child because there was kidnapping attempts in my town, not too far from me. So you're going to run into those people that just group you with that, and they have their very intense opinions, but they're not based on actual facts. They're based on partial facts. So I guess moral of this video that I'm trying to share with you guys is, yeah, you're gonna, now that you've decided to, own a firearm and protect yourself, you're going to run into people that you have these conversations for, and you just got to kind of move on with it. It's ridiculous, but and I blame a lot of it on social media, which is ironic because I'm posting this on social media. But people just think they can spout off any sort of stats or whatever to make their point and not research and know what the hell they're actually talking about. So take it with a grain of salt. For those of you who run in situations like this, hey, share them in the comments. Share them with your friends. Just let people know this possibly could happen. And these kind of things may start to make you rethink the people you associate with and how you interact with people. And that could be a good thing. It could be a bad thing, but it's a thing. So, enough of my ramblings. I just wanted to share my experience with you guys. If you have any comments or feedback on the video, make the comments below. Like it, share it, subscribe it, and let me know what you think of it. All right, guys. As always, shoot safe and have a great day.